I have a rather controversial esoteric book to show you today. It's the Book of Abramelin. It's a new translation, being a complete and accurate presentation from extant manuscripts, including the first publication of its fourth part. So for the very first time, the fourth part is being published here. The book was originally written by Abraham von Worms. The exact date of publication is of the original publication is uncertain. I believe some people think 16th century. Who knows? However, what is known is that the first English translation of this book came at the turn of the century, 19th and 20th centuries, by Samuel MacGregor Mathers, who was actually working from a French translation of the original German. And that French translation was a very, very poor translation. It reduced the 4 included books to just 3. There are a number of details in here which are very precise details which were completely wrong in the French edition. And this original English translation was the copy that the Golden Dawn were using as one of their founding texts, Samuel MacGregor Mathers, the original translator, being one of the founders of the Golden Dawn secret order or Hermetic order. What is this book and why is it so controversial? Well, I'll explain that in a moment. For the time being, let me show you what you get with this new translation, which has been translated very, very carefully. Basically, Georg Dehn got hold of a number of original texts in the original German language. Copies and versions in the original German language, and then Stephen Guth translated it in collaboration with Georg Dehn. And then there's this foreword by Lon Milo Duquette, which of course is written in his usual breezy, funny style. So if nothing else, I recommend getting this book just for the foreword, where Lon Milo Duquette describes when he first got a hold of the MacGregor Mathers edition and his trepidation that followed. Let me show you a little bit of what you get inside while I explain what this book really is and why it's so controversial. It's written in the style of a letter written by the probably fictional Abraham von Worms, Worms being the city in Germany, so Abraham of Worms, to his son. And the idea is that he's giving information to his son on how to develop himself spiritually. And the method that he recommends is to, number 1, get in contact with his holy guardian angel. Now, the holy guardian angel is a concept that dates back to the Chaldeans. The Greeks also had a concept of a holy guardian angel, as did the Zoroastrians. The idea of a holy guardian angel is not necessarily a fluffy winged person who sits on your shoulder, but rather the highest level of yourself. What do I mean by that? Well, a lot of Hermetic philosophy believes that we as human beings have got various levels, the lowest level being this physical level that you can see and feel and touch and hear. It's what you interact with on a daily basis. And then you have various levels of spiritual levels of yourself, that the highest one that you can interact with as while you're alive, while you're a physical being, would be your holy guardian angel. The holy guardian angel is supposed to be able to give you advice and help you to direct your life in a more holy direction, in a more just to align your life with the purpose that God may have given to you in the first place. So that's the point of getting in touch with your holy guardian angel. Now the method that he gives in book 3 is it's an 18-month working, and yeah, needless to say, I haven't tried yet. Maybe I don't know. I certainly haven't put it into practice yet. 18 months of solitude, so I'm not sure I'm ever going to try this. But then where does the controversy come from? Well, the controversy comes from book 4. Which would be book 3 in the MacGregor Mathers version, in which, once you've made contact with your holy guardian angel, you then ask your guardian angel to bring forth every demon in existence, one after another, so that you may bind that demon and make it stop wreaking havoc upon your life, and put it to a more practical use, a better use, for it to start doing your will, which is very different from your will before you have met your holy guardian angel. So the theory is that once you've met your holy guardian angel and it's guiding you, your will be in line with the will of God. So you know, a lot of people obviously see this idea of working with demons as just the opposite of all that might be good and holy, but the intention really is to stop these demons from doing whatever they like, and to put them to a less destructive use, more constructive use. There we go. Now, let me show you some of the illustrations that grace this book, this particular edition, which has been very, very carefully put together by Georg Dehn. He's been very methodical in referring to the original German texts. So that's let me see. Yeah, book 2 is actually a book of spells, but there are various warnings beforehand in which he warns his son to there we go, only use or wish to use any of the arts in the second book when there is the greatest need. Remind yourself that on the first tablet of the law of the Holy Kabbalah, the very first commandment is not to use the name of Adonai, the Lord, for unnecessary things that can be ignored or forgotten. And this is what you would be doing if you used one of these pieces without a real need. If you were to do this, the Kabbalah would work against you, and the work would produce no result, and you would also lose God's mercy. So when you next have trouble, he will not help you again. So this whole second book, which is a book of it's general spells, spells to help you when you're going to court, if you've been accused of something, spells to help you if you are driven into walls by your enemies, so for use in battle, that a long draught does not harm your fields, and so on and so forth. So it's a very curious book, as I say. It's a very interesting artifact, and it's so nice to have this beautiful translation, very, very simple to read and to understand. Then book 3 is the description of of the working, how to get in contact with your holy guardian angel. And then book 4 is the method for bringing forward all those demons, so that you may bind them and put them to better work than their current mischievous whatever they're doing. There we go. So that's the Book of Abramelin. If you're interested in more stuff about holy guardian angels and maybe some more modern stuff, I can recommend this book by Frater. It's called Holy Daimon, not to be confused with Holy Demon, of course. That would be something very different. And it's by the Scarlet Imprint, is the publisher of this book. I happen to have this this limited edition, which is number 457 of 600, I believe. It's very nice, very lovely, very thick stock, but it's not particularly interesting to look at. There aren't very many illustrations or anything like that. It's just a history of the Holy Guardian Angel throughout various traditions, throughout various countries, and throughout the ages, and then gives some slightly more modern, more up-to-date ways of working to get in touch with those holy guardian angels, or that holy guardian angel of yours, as well as some information on how he went about it for himself. It's all very interesting stuff. Again. Very, very beautifully produced book, this one. I won't be doing a full review on this one. I think it's you will know if you're interested in this kind of thing. But if you are, I thoroughly recommend it. It's very, very well written, and yeah, clearly the guy knows what he's talking about. So there we go. That concludes my review of the Book of Abramelin, the new revised and expanded edition, compiled and edited by Georg Dehn. Thank you very much for watching until the end. I will have some more reviews in the very near future on esoteric books and less esoteric books that are currently on my shelf. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like and to subscribe if you would like to see more, and I will see you very soon.